So don't skip meals if you're a woman generally. If you're a man, don't do OMAD, 1 meal a day.
Mm-hmm.
Regular, normal meal timing.
Yep.
Don't have a bunch of snacks in between.
Yeah.
If you're skipping a meal, and instead of that meal you decide to have 3 snacks during that period, the negative effect is so much greater than just having that meal.
Yep.
Welcome to the Longevity Unlocked podcast. We are your guide to optimizing your life one health tip at a time. We are not providing a replacement for medical advice. Please always consult your doctor before making any diet, exercise, medical, or lifestyle changes.
On this episode, we're going to dive into general food advice, how to eat decently well without worrying about it too much. We're going to talk about the longevity food pyramid, how we've kind of inverted it, the standard food pyramid, on its head. And we're going to give basic advice on meal timing, intermittent fasting, and organic versus not organic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Longevity Unlocked. I'm Coach Kyle here with our actual co-host in the flesh. Dr. K has graced us with his presence.
Okay, so this is a new thing we're doing going forward. Every few episodes, and we won't tell you how many, and the whole point is we want to get people to listen to our podcast, like free EBOOs, free IVs, free CO2 lasers if we ever buy one, free modalities, all sorts of good things we're giving away to the first 3 people that call for each episode. So I think the rules are going to be the same for all episodes, right? First person is free.
Second person is half off. Mm-hmm. And then every person who calls after that with the Easter egg will have the package discount for only buying one.
So if you're doing EBOO and it's normally $830, a pack of 3 is $750, you get access to one at $750, or everything else 10% off.
Yep. This is not something advertised anywhere else on the website, any Facebook or anything. This is only podcast.
Yep.
We will not give this much value away anywhere but this podcast. So it's going to be a thing. We're going to make it reoccurring. And you're going to have to listen to the episodes if you want a chance at it.
Yep.
Every Thursday at 2:00, we will drop an episode, give or take, depending on the cloud syncs up with the pod systems. But what are we talking about today?
So we're going to do a series on food next. This episode, next 3 are going to be all about food. Our biggest feedback has been make podcasts that are relatable to the average person. So we're going to try doing that.
Okay. Me trying to be relatable.
So food. We're going to simplify food because a lot of people, they're like, I should eat organic. I should eat dairy-free. I should eat gluten-free. I should just eat enough calories to survive the day. And so the range is really wide for food.
Okay. So basic applications on how to eat relatively healthy.
So we're talking about, let's clarify that, because we're going to do one on how to gain muscle. We're going to do one on how to lose weight. We're going to do how to eat when you're a busy person. So this is just be assuming relatively you work 9 to 5, you get an hour for lunch, you have time to cook, and you can just live your life. So first thing I would say is cook way more than you eat out. The food has to taste good when you eat out, which means they fill it full of salt and butter and probably seed oils. Even if you're going someplace that's seed oil free, they just replace seed oil with salt and butter. So it tastes good, but it's a lot of empty calories.
Yep. Cooking at home also has monetary benefits. It's a heck of a lot cheaper to cook at home than it is to eat out.
Yes.
Especially with the prices now at restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And to make this simple and easy, you don't need to do gourmet meals every day or night.
No.
You just need to get a well-rounded, balanced meal.
Now, having said that, take the food pyramid, throw it out. You should not have more breads than anything else, and sugar shouldn't be part of the food pyramid. Sure, if you have dessert once in a while, great, good for you. But that shouldn't be every day.
Yeah.
It's vegetables to meat. That's your 2 core food groups are vegetables and meat.
Yep. So that's kind of the base of the longevity food pyramid.
Yeah.
Can we make that a thing?
Sure.
That's cool. So on the bottom, the bottom across there, we're going to call it vegetables.
Yes.
And
eat
then
more vegetables than anything else.
And then the next step is protein.
Yes.
Right. I don't necessarily want to say just meat. Yes, meat is the optimal protein, but there are, if you don't eat meat, there are good
fish, eggs, even tofu.
It works.
Yeah.
You got to work a little harder to make it taste good, but it still works.
Yep.
So vegetables, protein. From there, what do we need to hit?
You need some carbs.
Yeah.
A little bit. You don't need a ton.
I might add one before the carbs.
What?
Healthy fats.
Sure.
So what are healthy fats? I would say butter in moderation, olive oil in moderation, avocado oil, There are a lot of healthy oils that are not seed oils. And the reason I want to put this out there is the low fat craze that happened a long time ago that has transitioned into the super high fat craze. Neither of those are good options. Moderation, but you need them to make your hormones. So healthy fats, it could be an avocado. That's a great example, which is kind of like both. You get a vegetable, and I guess it's technically a fruit, but you get a vegetable and a fat.
Okay.
And then we go for some carbs. Carbs are the one macronutrient that is not essential. You don't have to have carbs. However, the brain prefers to run on carbs. And you probably will feel like trash if you don't eat any carbohydrates for a long period of time. Especially if you're working out.
Okay.
So we've got vegetables, we've got meat, we've got healthy fats, and on the top we've got carbohydrates.
And
what are some good sources of carbohydrates?
Brown rice, quinoa, chickpeas,
Yeah, sweet potatoes.
sweet potatoes. That's a
Love
good
sweet
one.
potatoes. So I'm going to fight you on the brown rice, though.
Why?
Arsenic. I mean, it's...
The average person.
Yeah, it is
Pick
a
your
very
battle.
minuscule amount. Well, then I'll fight it for the average person. White rice tastes better.
White foods are pure sugar.
That is true.
And
There's-
if the food is white by nature, that is pure sugar.
Yeah. So carbohydrates, and that's probably a misunderstanding that a lot of people have. Carbohydrates are essentially... Sugar is a carbohydrate. They are generally one-to-one on how the body interprets them based on if they are complex or simple. If they are simple, it will act like sugar. If it is complex, it will digest slower and it will not necessarily act directly like sugar.
So like sweet potato is complex. White rice, bananas, apples, simple.
Yep. So carbohydrates is kind of the top. And then I would say the peak, the very tip top would be your simple carbs, fruits, and your dessert you want to have every once in a while. And that's kind of the base level of how to generally structure what you should eat.
Yeah.
You want to talk about meal timing?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is in theory good, but in reality, I mean, so actually, hold on. Before we do that, eating the order that you eat your food in is important. We've touched on this in the past, but it's you eat your vegetables first, then your proteins, then your carbs. What that does is it affects how your body creates insulin. It tries to lower the insulin spike.
Yeah. So basically, you can eat these same types of food, but not have as negative as a glucose response if you eat them in the correct order. It's pretty simple. Like, it's the easiest change you can make. When you get a plate, don't eat the brown rice first. Eat the vegetables and the meat.
Yep. Okay.
So meal timing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I want to throw this out here. Intermittent fasting, if you are a woman, is not recommended.
Why?
We don't want to stress the body. And if you are a woman, extended periods of time without calories will put undue stress on your body. Men, on the other hand, from many years ago when they had to hunt and bring in the food, do operate better with fasting windows than women do.
Okay. So women should have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Men should have lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner, or breakfast and dinner, or all three, as long as it's following that food pyramid. The moral of the story is don't eat one meal a day.
Yes. And breakfast should not be carbs or cereal or yogurt or some fruit. Have some protein.
Breakfast should almost exclusively be, like, if there's going to be a
Fats and
meal,
proteins.
if there's going to be a meal where you don't eat any carbs, breakfast is the one.
So like an omelet made in butter or like avocado oil, optimal breakfast.
There you go. So don't skip meals if you're a woman generally. If you're a man, don't do OMAD, one meal a day. Regular, normal meal timing.
Yep.
Don't have a bunch of snacks in between.
Yeah.
If you're skipping a meal and instead of that meal you decide to have 3 snacks during that period, the negative effect is so much greater than just having that meal.
Yep. So let's take a pause right there. We're going to do our giveaway. What are we giving away? And what's our code word?
Oh, I don't know. What do you want to give away?
This is the food one. Let's give away a free Gains IV.
Free Gains IV. Okay.
So for those that don't know, a Gains IV, it is like our protein shake in an IV bag. It's amino acids with vitamins and minerals. It's designed for really like kind of almost meal replacement, but really if you're working out, you want to gain a little bit more muscle, it's like drinking a protein shake, or it's like IVing a protein shake.
Yeah.
Let the girls know that you're calling about longevity food pyramid. This is going to apply in Greenville and West Palm Beach. First 2 / remaining in either office.
Yep.
Just call, let them know. Longevity Food Pyramid gets you a free gains IV.
There we go. Free gains IV for the first person, half off for the second person, discount on the third and plus.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. What else do we need to hit on the rest of general food advice?
Let's talk about organic versus not organic.
Okay.
So here's the first thing I'll tell people that are worried about eating everything organic. Let's say I have an organic farm and he has a not organic farm, and we have a fence and we're literally 30 feet apart because a fence line has to end somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. And he's spraying his crops with glyphosate, and I'm out here and it's a nice windy day because he likes to do it when it's nice and cool out. What's going to happen to all that glyphosate? Whoosh, right at me. So organic is relative. You will never fully avoid glyphosate and pesticides and all of that stuff because the wind does not care. So is it good to eat organic? Yes, there's generally better growing practices. Organic really started as a co-op of growers that just decided to follow a certain practice of growing and then developed into the whole crazy nonsense it is. But standards for organic vary by state. And so you can take, like, I forget which state it is now, but there's a state out there. It's like, as long as 30% of the product is organic in a bag, it's all considered organic.
Wild. Yeah. So when you look at organic, the base level advice, and we'll link it in the show notes that I like to give to people, is if you're going to focus on buying organic, focus on buying the Dirty Dozen. There's a website that tracks the highest level of pesticides in non-organic foods. So buy those. Organic. And then there's the other side of that is the Clean 15. And these are 15 things that basically have no difference whether you buy organic or not organic. The last piece of advice I'll give on this is budgetary constraints. If you are running extremely tight on your budget, you don't have the money to buy organic, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just follow the previous advice and you'll be doing just fine. But if you want to take it a step further, focus on the Dirty Dozen, buy organic when you can.
Yeah.
Processed food.
Don't eat it.
Yeah.
You never want to eat processed food again. Look how they make hot dogs. The end.
So when we say processed food, we're saying something that does not resemble its original, what it is.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. Yeah. What is a hot dog? Cow?
They take like the intestine of like usually pig, and they grind up like all the meat that's remaining, like the ugly parts. They just grind it up into paste and shove it in the intestine, tie it up, and send it to you. That's a hot dog.
Delicious. So avoid processed food. Anything in a package, in a bag with a bunch of ingredients, it's probably not going to be super beneficial.
We talked about this recently, but like if you get the points game every day, you get 50 points a day. If there's more ingredients, each ingredient's 1 point. Don't go over 50. You'll be just fine.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah. A bag of Doritos could take out half your points.
And then is there anything else you want to hit? I have one more
Go ahead.
piece of advice. Don't be myopic. So if you're focusing so intently on your food and you are like trying to dial it in to an ultra level of precision and that is stressing you out, the negative consequences of that will be worse than doing a decent job and not worrying about it. So don't stress out about it. Just do a decent job. Kind of the 80% of the time we're doing pretty good, and do what you can.
Awesome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Longevity Unlocked. I'm Coach Kyle here with Dr. K.
We'll see you guys next time.
This podcast is not medical advice, and any information taken from this episode should be discussed with your medical provider and not be a replacement for a consultation. We disclaim any responsibility for any possible adverse effects from information taken from the episode.